Hello everyone, I'm Hal and welcome to How to Win in Honor of Kings. We are looking into Ukyo Tachibana's Season 25 item builds and Arcana. Ukyo Tachibana's winning percentage has soared after patch 10.25. His win rate has leaped up by 5% and is now at 53.5 and now second in the jungle ranks. It'll be very interesting to see in the next few weeks because it's only been a few days and he's jumped so much. So let's build his items, get into the game and show off to some girls your own losing streak. First, I'll show you his summoners, second his Arcana, and then we're on to the item build. Summoner, very simple, jungle, you go smite. Let's move on to his Arcana. First, his blues, we'll go with 10 concealment. Before I liked going 2 or 3 hunter as well for the attack speed, but now after his buffs, you want to get as much burst as you can because the combo cycles through so fast. Second, his green Arcana, Eagle Eye, just grab 10 of those. More physical attack and physical penetration, just really trying to burst the enemies down when you get to them. And lastly, his red Arcana, grab 9 mutation, physical attack and physical penetration. Again, same thing. I like going 1 cataclysm just for that juicy 1.6% critical chance. You never know when it will pop off, and when it does, it's sweet. Now his item build. First item, Chasing Blade, your second tier jungle item. You can get away with his boots, usually at the start. If you're ever in danger, you still got your skill 1 to dash around. The whole reason why you're skipping the boots is because with Chasing Blade, in its passive, the more you kill, the more it stacks up your cooldown and your physical attack. So you want to get it as early as possible and start stacking it. Ukyo's boots, you're going to be going with boots of resistance. You need the 35% toughness or you're going to be stunned, slowed and everything. Next item is Meteorite. Meteorite is a minor item that actually builds into Shadow Axe. Now Shadow Axe has 2 minor items that you can build before getting it, which is Meteorite and this one, which is Corona. Thank you, Google Translate. With Corona, you slow down enemies, but Meteorite gives you physical attack and cooldown, and its passive has plus 60 physical penetration. It's a much more value incentive purchase, so remember to grab this before going into Shadow Axe. First main damage item, Shadow Axe. Base stats gives you physical attack, cooldown, max life, and its passive, increased points of armor penetration. Second passive, normal attacks have a 30% chance to reduce the enemy's movement speed by 20% for 2 seconds. Yeah, so Shadow Axe is great. It has an added slow. Your passive has a slow and your skill 2 also has a stun. So this just increases more crowd control, and with added life and CDR gives you much more versatility in the early game. Anti-Rune Stab Armor. This is your first and only defense item, but it also a combination of defense and attack because it reflects damage onto the enemy. When enemies are hitting you from far away, range damage, ADCs or whatever, you're going to be reflecting 25% of that damage back to them as spell damage. Also, if you get bursted down, you cause 8% of their maximum life in spell damage to all the targets around you. Oh my god, please, like, just go across. Second last item, Breaking the Military. Now this bad boy gives physical attack and its passive, Breaking the Armory. Breaking the Army. Inflict an additional 30% damage on enemies whose health is less than 50%. Alright, last item. I love the translation here. Famous Sword. Now this one gives base stats of physical attack, cooling reduction, and its passive, Dark Curtain. When receiving fatal damage, enter a short-term invincible state and increase the movement speed by 30% for 1 second. If you notice that the burst is too strong and you are dying in that 1 second, then grab this next item. And that item is Star Breaker. Now base stats, physical attack, cooldown reduction, but the passive is Breaking. You get 40% physical penetration. Very useful at the late game when everyone has built up their armor. Ensures that you get maximum damage. And that's it for Ukyo Tachibana's item build. Give this build a try and share your experiences with me in the comments below if any girls have praised you or not.